And Norgren Force is one of the best away. Jumping out quickly is Cobbler Boy as they balance up now for the first of 20 fences in the driving rain, and Norgren Force has jumped at about a half length to 3/4 in front of Cobbler Boy. Questland over on the inside third as they go to the second. Vim on the outside of him. The Hiker moved up 3 deep and 2 lengths to Blondo. Further back in the field then Free Lay from Linera, Golden Sino, Arabian Myth. Then Questland, and last of all the stablemates Kanahai and Commission Red. Heading to the top of the hill, they've gone over 2 fences, 18 fences to go, and there's a double up on top here, and the leader is Norgren Force. He faces that first and jumped it well at the double on top. Getting into it is the Hiker running third. Here's the second coming up, and Norgren Force, he picked at it about 3 or 4 lengths Cobbler Boy, 4 or 5 the Hiker, then Just Return, 2 or 3 to Free Lay, and Golden Sino's jockeys lost the irons. Golden Sino's riders lost the irons there, and he's sitting straight up in the saddle and coming down the hill. They've gone over 4 fences on the first round in the Australian Steeplechase, and Norgren Force is out running down the hill about 4 lengths to Cobbler Boy, 6 or 8 further back third, and the race is the Hiker, 4 then to Just Return, a half then to Vim. Back in the field on the outside is Arabian Myth starting to make a bit of ground, then Free Lay from Blondo, and well back in the field Linera as they go to the double down the side. Further back in the field then came Commission Red, followed by Kanahai and Questland, and Golden Sino, the rider, trying to get the irons back, completing that double on the side on the first round, and they've got about 2,800 metres to go, and Kanahai lost the rider. Kanahai has lost the rider, the jockey on his feet as they come into the lane here. 6 fences to get over down the straight. Norgren Force hanging away from the fence, about a neck in front. Cobbler Boy got up on the inside to be on terms. 10 lengths further back is Vim. 2 then to the Hiker, followed further back by Just Return as they go to the next. Then Blondo on the outside of that pack. 3 lengths to Free Lay. Arabian Myth moved out wide from Linera, Questland. And last of all is Commission Red. Third down the lane here, Norgren Force running his fences down on the outside of Cobbler Boy. There's only about a half between them. Here's the fourth one. Norgren Force out jump Cobbler Boy. About 6 lengths further back, Vim on the inside of Just Return. 3/4 further back in the field, then Blondo as they go to the next. Then the Hiker. Arabian Myth got into it. In front of him is Free Lay, and then Linera. A gap then to Questland. Further back in the field, Commission Red. And the rider of Golden Sino's got the irons back, but he's tailed off. They've gone over 12 fences going out of the straight, and with about 1,900 metres to go, the leader Norgren Force a length and a half in front. In second place in Cobbler Boy, 3/4 to Vim's made-up ground. So is Blondo fourth. Just Return the outside. 2 lengths to Arabian Myth, the Hiker. Then Free Lay, the New Zealand mare, pulled to the outside, and she's making a run. 4 lengths further back in the field, then came Linera, and a gap in the field then to Questland, followed by Commission Red. Heading towards the base of the hill as they go along the back of the track with about 1,700 metres to go. Norgren Force 3/4 in front. Cobbler Boy getting up on the inside, now only a neck away, almost on terms. A length then to Vim, ahead to Blondo. Very wide as Free Lay around Just Return. 2 to Arabian Myth as they go to that next fence. 2 lengths further back the Hiker. Then Linera, followed by Questland, getting up on the inside of Commission Red. Here's the second of the double at the bottom of the hill, and over that Vim got into it a little. It's Norgren Force away from the fence, about 3/4 to Cobbler Boy. Blondo is saving ground, getting right up on the inside as they go to the top of the hill third. A length to Just Return, a half to Vim, and then Free Lay from Questland. Further back in the field, Arabian Myth has lost a bit of ground. Commission Red starting a run there with Linera, and further back the Hiker, last of the main pack. First to the double on top of the hill, and Blondo has got a beautiful run up on the inside to go to the front. And at the 1,200 metre mark, it's Blondo by a length and a half to Cobbler Boy going to the second there. Then Questland running on. Vim is under pressure. Further back there, one has lost the rider out the back. I think it might be Commission Red. And no, it's not Commission Red. I'll pick up the colours in a moment. Coming down with about 4 fences to get over. 900 out. And Blondo kicked away. It's Blondo about 5 lengths in front. In second place in Questland, 2 to Cobbler Boy. A neck to Vim. They're well clear of Linera. Further back, Arabian Myth, Just Return. Well back in the field then at the head of the others, Commission Red, followed by Norgren Force. And the one to come to grief was Free Lay. At the 4th last fence, and the favourite Blondo hopped over it well. He's 6 in front of Questland. 3 to Vim, a gap to Arabian Myth, and then Cobbler Boy. Over the next, and Blondo, the Australian Steeplechase, has landed about 8 lengths in front. Arabian Myth all but sold out. The rider got back into the saddle, but it's Blondo coming onto the steeple lane. 2 fences to go, and it's Blondo about 10 lengths in front of Vim going to second. Then Questland, a long gap then to Cobbler Boy. Further back Linera over the second last, and Blondo jumped it well. Oh, Vim turned himself inside out. Rider lucky to stay in the saddle. Over the last, and Blondo about 10 lengths in front of Vim, who jumped it like a circus horse second. Then Questland, and forget the others from Cobbler Boy. The jumping is all over. So's the Australian Steeple, because the favourite, Blondo, is 15 lengths in front of Vim. Then Questland, a long way back, the others headed by Linera. But Blondo for Michael Patton racing away in the Australian Steeple, and it's Blondo at the judge by 8 lengths. Vim is second, 4 lengths to Questland third, a long gap to Linera. Just returned Cobbler Boy. Further back, Freelay still on his feet, so we'll pick that one up that came to grief along the back shortly. Then Arabian Myth, Golden Sino, the rider got his irons back. Then Commission Red and Norgwin Force. The Hiker was the one that lost the rider on top of the hill. The Hiker, colours were obscured when the jockey was rolling on the track. And the winner of the Australian Steeplechase is number 2, Blondo. Number 2, Blondo. Got up on the inside of the leaders going to the top of the hill with about 1,200 metres to go, and has raced home number 2, Blondo, to win the Australian Steeplechase number 2 by a big margin. Second placing to Vim. Nick Harnett with a fantastic performance again as they went over the second last fence. The horse seemed to corkscrew in the air, and again it was a miraculous recovery by Nick Harnett, this outstanding horseman, to get into the saddle again and get second prize on 6, Vim. And third is number 8, Questland, ridden by P. Goss. And the numbers are 2, 6 and 8. And the favourite has won the Australian Bicentenary Steeplechase of 20 fences, number 2, Blondo, ridden by Michael Patton. Number 6 is second, Vim, ridden by Nick Harnett. Number 8, third, Questland, ridden by P. Goss. Kanahai coming to grief at an early point of the race, and the Hiker was the one to lose the rider up there on top of the hill. Golden Sino all but sold out at one point of the race, and Kevin Wynn did a great job to get back and gather the irons after he lost the irons well over a lap from home. And as mentioned, Harnett all but coming down on Vim at the second last. But Blondo...
Now they're racing off to a pretty good start too. Now the inside Prince Redmac dropped back shortly after the jump with Mr. Mercury. Our Beaujolais drifting back in the field. Proudest Moment breaks the line and goes to the lead from Minotaur and Dashing Show early. Spacecraft is going to settle fourth, but only one off the rails. Perseus is trapped out fairly deep. Prince Redmac, Our Beaujolais next, and Mr. Mercury is last of all. And picking up ground, Call Me Humphrey on the outside. They're tight and compact, only 5 lengths covering the field. They're running past the 1,000 and heading onto the 850-metre turn. Dashing Show, the leader. Call Me Humphrey's made a quick dash around them. He's moved up to be second. Wonder Proudest Moment travelling strongly third on the outside of Minotaur. Wonder Perseus, Spacecraft drifting back in the field. He's back sixth on the inside at the moment. Then Prince Redmac and Our Beaujolais with Mr. Mercury. Down the side, 600 metres out. Call Me Humphrey loomed up on the outside of Dashing Show to be the joint leaders. They're 2 lengths in advance of Minotaur inside of Proudest Moment. Wonder Perseus, Spacecraft, Mr. Mercury, Prince Redmac and Our Beaujolais coming around the turn. They've got short of 400 metres to go, and Call Me Humphrey dashed up on the outside. He's gone to a clear lead. He's a length in front of Dashing Show. Proudest Moment pulled out wide. He's popped the big question now. He's after them. Then Perseus and Minotaur going through in the middle, and here comes Our Beaujolais. He's coming from well back in the field, and Spacecraft is driving through in the middle. Proudest Moment grabbed the lead. Our Beaujolais coming at Proudest Moment. He's going a lot better than him too, Our Beaujolais. And Our Beaujolais steams to the line to win it by a half length. Wanted to pull up a little bit in the last 20 metres or so, but he's been able to score. Our Beaujolais first, second home Proudest Moment third. Well, it's going to be close between Call Me Humphrey, who battled on extremely well in Spacecraft, and Minotaur there as well. Prince Redmac, Mr. Mercury, well back. Dashing Show, and Perseus was one of the last home. He weakened badly in the last 100 metres.
Right, it'll be 3-1, and, well, it's not very close for third, but I'm just not sure what that horse is over on the inside. There it is. Natski, 75 and 50. Gem Biscuit, $1.50. No third commander. Quinella, $2.10. Trifecta, $9.25. OK, they're just about ready in Brisbane for this, the 4th event on the card. And it's the Carrington Graduation Stakes, a field of 12, and there's the scene. And they are... well, most of them are in the stall. Number 4 on the card, the Carrington Blush Graduation Stakes.
No, set to go. All set now. Line's fairly good. Racing. Dangira began smartly to the inside. Blazing in, came out quickly, and Cool Card ridden for speed in the early part. Phoenix Dragon began okay, but she's trapped about 4 deep as they run up to the first bend. Tyres out in no man's land. And Noble Clubs, York has fired him up in the early part. He's about 5 wide running onto the bend, but it looks as though he's going to lead on him. It's Noble Clubs about a neck in front of Phoenix Dragon. Phoenix Dragon going with Noble Clubs at the moment. They're going to plant him out fairly deep, Noble Clubs. Noble Clubs are half in front of Phoenix Dragon. Blazing in, pushing through, and Dangira pushing through. Now Noble Clubs is starting to clear them, and he's about to go over onto the rails. Noble Clubs 2 lengths in front, Blazing in second. Dangira third, 1.5 to Phoenix Dragon, dropping back just off the speed. 1 to Mighty Joker, Cool Card on the inside of Ty. Then Swiftport, Aim for Glory, Escudero, Principium, and Cruise in as last of all. They come down the side now. They've got 800 metres to go, and the lead of Noble Clubs Blazing in is a length and a half away second. Dangira, neck back third on the inside, followed then by Phoenix Dragon, a length and a half to Ty on the outside of Mighty Joker, then Escudero, followed by Principium over on the inside, Swiftport. Cool Card's dropped out of it pretty quickly. In fact, he's gone right back through the field to last, passed by Cruise in and Aim for Glory. On towards the home turn, 450 metres to go. Noble Clubs, he had to do a fair bit of work on him early, but he's going okay as they straighten up. He's almost a length in front. Phoenix Dragon clear at the right time coming after Noble Clubs, but York gives him full board now. Noble Clubs, he's a length in front of Phoenix Dragon. Dangira struggling, then Swiftport, followed by Mighty Joker and Blazing in. They haven't got to the leader yet. Now he pulls the whip on him. Noble Clubs is responding. He's gone away from Phoenix Dragon and Swiftport, and that's a tip-top performance by Noble Clubs. Noble Clubs first, Swiftport second, Phoenix Dragon third, then Aim for Glory. Followed in by Dangira, Principium, Mighty Joker, Escudero, Cruise in, Ty, Blazing in, and Cool Card last.
5, 7, 8, the numbers after race 4 in Brisbane. The winner 5, Noble Clubs. Second, 7, Swiftport. And third, 8, Phoenix Dragon. 5, 7 and 8 on race 4 in Doomben. Now, race 5 there, the Orlando Wine State. In the lights on, here's Ron Paps.
Ready and racing now. And a tidy enough start. Kings Rule one of the slowest away with Gifted Mascot and Valletta, and on the other hand away very quickly was Book of Fables, who works to the lead by about 3/4 of a length to in second placing Sariva Tan. Next is Holt on the outside of Peace Token. Branholt's off around them 3 deep, a length away then to King's Rule but wide. Gifted Mascot next behind them third last, second last Valletta. Last of all is King Corpus working onto the side turn, and the leader going along pretty keenly. Book of Fables about a long neck in advance of Sariva Tan sticking with it. Branholt goes to third and heading on the inside Peace Token. 1 length King's Rule on the outside of Holt, 2 lengths away. Then came Gifted Mascot, and the last pair King Corpus on the outside of Valletta. They're working on the full point of the turn now, going past the 900 and Book of Fables, joined by Branholt 3 deep, and in the centre with them is Sariva 10. 2 lengths away, Peace Token's had a lovely run. 2 lengths further back, Gifted Mascot on the outside of King's Rule. They've got away 2 in front of Holt and then King Corpus, and one of the last as they turn now, making the running into the straight section, Valletta. King's Rule got up on the inside and goes after the lead at the 600 metre mark, and it's Branholt down the outside with Peace Token, battling away with them Sariva Tan, and then further back on the inside King's Rule, and they were full of rather Book of Fables. Book of Fables nearer the middle of the track with Sariva Tan, Peace Token, and right up against the outside Branholt, then King's Rule running into a place. It's Book of Fables about 7 horses away from the rail. Coming after it is King's Rule on the outside. King's Rule looks the danger to Book of Fables. It's stopping. King's Rule coming after Book of Fables. Book of Fables just in front, but King's Rule's grabbed it. It's got the money. King's Rule on the outside raced up the Book of Fables, won it narrowly. Third placing Peace Token, Branholt, and then came Gifted Mascot, King Corpus. They were followed further back in the field by Sariva Tan, and tailed off behind the tower were Holt and Valletta.
Right here, the numbers in...
Here's the first of 4 approaching them now. They work down to it, and there's a keen go for it too. Royal Offer, Eagle's Image and Diamond Zone. Over they go, and Diamond Zone just led them over it from Royal Offer. Eagle's Image, and then came Dansker in control. Wide out Old Russ, and further out Sovereign's Crest, and they were followed by Little Dav. Coming to the second one, Our House just in behind them all. Sovereign's Crest screwed about a bit before going over it. Eagle's Image threw the rider high in the air, but he was lucky to land back in. At the hurdle at the 200 metre mark now, and it's Diamond Zone the inside, in control. Out wider Old Russ goes up. Sovereign's Crest is very deep. In behind those then Royal Offer getting a nice run just off the pace as they go to the one in front of the stand. A line of 4 over it. Great jumping display. Diamond Zone the inside, in control. 3 deep Old Russ, 4 deep Sovereign's Crest. Royal Offer inside of Dansker next as they go behind the tower and head towards the side of the course, going towards the Grand Prix crossing, and it's Diamond Zone the inside from Old Russ, and 3 deep around the outside of of those is Sovereign's Crest, and going up there, Danska. In control is nicely positioned, but a little deep, and over on the inside, getting a beautiful run throughout is Royal Offer. They were followed then by Little Dav, Bright Fontaine the centre, Eagle's Image after a sticky jump earlier on is back second last. Our House is last. There's only 4.5 lengths first to last. A great spectacle as they work along to the far side, where the leader is Old Russ narrowly from Diamond Zone, Sovereign's Crest up third. Here's the first along the back of the course. Over on the inside, Royal Offer, and in that group too was Danska. They were followed then by, in that pack in control, working into it, there was Little Dav, followed further back in the field. Over on the inside by Eagle's Image, in control's very wide. Bright Fontaine and Our House are with him. Still a fairly packed field as Diamond Zone clears away a little now. A couple in front of Old Russ. Royal Offer's been given every chance. A length away to Danska working into the race, and so too is Little Dav. Getting up on the inside, Eagle's Image. The leader clipped that slightly. There's one down. One's come to grief quite heavily. Our House. The horse is up on its feet. The rider is conscious sitting up. Diamond Zone led them off the far side of the course by 2.5. In second position, Old Russ on the outside of Royal Offer. Little Dav slides up to them quite casually. He looks to be travelling all right. Further back, Danska giving a bit of ground. Bright Fontaine around at Eagle's Image. Then second last as they work past the 900 metre point now is in control. On the 900 metre point jump, and still Diamond Zone clear. Sovereign's Crest has compounded to last. Diamond Zone 3 in front of Royal Offer. Little Dav third. Then Old Russ struggling. Further back in control under the whip, followed by Bright Fontaine, Eagle's Image. Then Danska, who's done with, and last Sovereign's Crest, but Diamond Zone going well at the 650. They've got 3 more hurdles to jump, and it's Diamond Zone. And the South Aussie rider, John Cornell, 3 and 4 in front. In second placing, Royal Offer's trying to peg him back. And further back, Little Dav. So UK are second and third, and then in control for South Aussie. But it's John Cornell doing it well on Diamond Zone at the 400. Royal Offer comes at him now. He goes for the Shillelagh. It's Diamond Zone a length and a half in front. Royal Offer comes at him at the second last. Diamond Zone jumped it better. Royal Offer second, and then further back in control, or rather Little Dav. Diamond Zone hanging on though. Royal Offer, he's throwing everything at him as he goes to the last. Diamond Zone screwed on landing, but he's 2.5 clear. Royal Offer's trying valiantly to peg him back. He'll get with him about a length and a quarter on the line, but Diamond Zone will see it out, and it's a right royal win in the Park Royal for Diamond Zone. He was too good in the going. Royal Offer was a gallant second, 7 or 8 lengths away third. Little Dav, a similar margin in control. They were followed further back by Eagle's Image, Bright Fontaine, tailed out with Danska, Old Russ, Sovereign's Crest, and the riderless horse coming down the track, Our House.
5, 2 and 4 as Ron sees them. Diamond Zone the winner, defeating Royal Offer and Little Dav 5, 2, 4 after race 4 in Adelaide. The Ellerslie had
got nicely, and so did Gally Gaskin's Bottom Line from Ivory Duke. Attila Prince lobs down nicely just behind the speed with Peaceful Kingdom. Valid Reason is going to get caught very wide into that corner, and Waggus has dropped to the rear. At the 1600, hit again Benny on the outside of Latest Word into that corner by 3/4. Gally Gaskins and a length Ivory Duke and a length and a half Bottom Line. 2 off next is Ivory Reason. 3/4 the rails Attila Prince and a half the outer Peaceful Kingdom, and Waggus the country performer is at the rear as they go past the 1400 and hit again. Benny's going to set up the speed. 3/4 on Gally Gaskins. Latest Word settles down nicely fourth, and Ivory Duke on its outside. 2 away to Bottom Line, globbing along comfortably. Valid Reason moves up on the inside of Bottom Line. A couple off to Peaceful Kingdom. Attila Prince and Waggus is 2 lengths away at the rear. So they race towards the 1000 now, and hit again Benny hasn't been disturbed in the lead, doing its own thing. 3/4 to a length on Gally Gaskins, which has had a comfortable run second. The same can be said for Latest Word and Ivory Duke. The pace is going to be on at the death of affairs. 2 lengths away Bottom Line, Valid Reason the rails. A length and a half Peaceful Kingdom, followed by Attila Prince, and Waggus is at the tail. Hit again Benny is asked to go a little bit quicker now as they race to the 650. It's 3/4 Gally Gaskins now moving to it on the outside. 3 away Latest Word, starting to be urged along. Ivory Duke into the picture. Bottom Line's being scrubbed up from Valid Reason, Attila Prince, Peaceful Kingdom and Waggus. Gally Gaskins, same as last time, issues the challenge on the bend and races to the front over hit again Benny. Latest Word is coming off the fence to go after Gally Gaskins. They were followed by Ivory Duke battling on Bottom Line and Attila Prince. Gally Gaskins at the 200 the leader. Latest Word goes to second. Hit again Benny's battling on well on the inside, but Gally Gaskins got them beaten, I think, with 120 left to run. Gally Gaskins is 3 lengths clear. Latest Word and hit again Benny are going to fight out the minors, but Gally Gaskins, he's down, wins handsomely. Gally Gaskins 2.5 lengths on on the line to latest word. A nose away third, Hit Again Benny, followed by Ivory Duke, Attila Prince. Next home was Peaceful Kingdom, bottom line Valid Reason, and last in was Waggus.
Placings 4, 1 and 5 there. Gally Gaskins, as you can see, drawing clear over the final stages. Latest word and Hit Again Benny battling out the minor placings, but the boy on Gally Gaskins able to sneak a peep over the shoulder, and he was well clear as they came to the line. And Gally Gaskins, ridden by Hardwick, going on to win from number 1 Latest Word, which will get second in a photo over number 5 Hit Again Benny. So it's 4, 1 and 5 on race 4. Now the